they're going to stay in pursuit. They're not going to be doing any of those type of deals where they just go into tracking mode and hope that this guy comes to an end. The car being impaired like this, I'm sure that's what they're kind of hoping for right now, is that the vehicle is going to give up before the driver does, and then possibly that person will realize it's futile and just going to give up. Right now, though, we've been in this residential neighborhood out here. I'm going to try to get you the exact areas, but we know we're very close to Hazeltine. We're very close to Roscoe. Looking out the window, I would say we're in the Panorama City area. Spike strips may be an option. You never really know. I'm just an armchair warrior out here, not an LAPD officer or even know much about their policies, except that right now we're hearing them saying that they're not going to do anything to try to stop the vehicle, except for just stay behind it and try to warn the public. We're back out onto a major road right now, just going back underneath the 5 freeway, I believe that was. I'm sorry, southbound Van Nuys Boulevard. So you can see that smoke coming off that passenger side. I'm going to see if we can get Sky 9 onto the other side of the vehicle and see maybe we can get a better look at that tire. Coming up on Saticoy right now, working our way into the Van Nuys area. You saw the speeds pick up. You know that car is impaired. That driver desperate to get away from these officers. Another solid red coming up right now, and you can see that there is light traffic, thank goodness. And you can also see that helicopter using the lights, trying to warn others in the area. Take a look at that one officer right there, doing some great maneuvering right there, driving around other vehicles, staying as close as they can to this guy. Look at that parking lot.
Oh my gosh.
A pedestrian right there.
He was on a bike.
He was on a bicycle.
Yes, and you saw he got that rear wheel, didn't knock that rider down, but this is so dangerous to the public in general. And, right now, working his way through this parking lot, I'm getting a little wider of a shot here, just trying to figure out where we are. Sometimes these parking lots don't have back exits. This one does, working his way back out onto a road. But you saw backing out onto Sherman Way right now. So Sherman Way, Van Nuys was near the cross, working his way back onto Sherman Way. But what a scary moment for that guy on a bicycle, 2 people. And now you can actually see some of that damage on that car and how that passenger rear wheel, the tire, completely gone, but the wheel's still there.
Just amazing how fast this guy is going now. So let's bring everybody up to speed here real quick. This is KCAL 9 News at 10 o'clock as we continue to follow this police pursuit. LAPD pursuing a suspect we understand may be armed in this vehicle. It was in Pacoima at one point in time, Panorama City, and now in the Van Nuys area as this continues. And the want for this vehicle not stopping for police.
We saw that one very close call with a bicyclist coming up on Coldwater. A lot of traffic out here, hitting those brakes again, trying to work his way through there. Gonna have to bump it. Oh, look at that, just squeaking right by, getting through there, right through Coldwater. That other vehicle, that LAPD vehicle, always taking that outside lane, doing a great job staying right with this guy. Now we're staying on Sherman Way. This is eastbound direction. That we just went through Coldwater. Going to be in the North Hollywood area. 170 freeway. Haven't seen this guy on any freeways this evening. Right now, though, this car not stopping for LAPD this evening. They're saying fresh red. Hang on, we got a lot of traffic, they're saying, coming through there. And you can see the cars just driving, doing their business. Whoa, that one getting really close. That helicopter, that one we saw right there, that was LAPD, just past Van Owen. That was, so Whitsett, Van Owen, now using center lanes. This car continuing to speed up out here this evening. Seeing some very close calls. One pedestrian almost struck the bicyclist. Thank goodness it seemed to be just a bump on the tire of the bike, but right now, still a very dangerous pursuit out here in the valley this evening. We're going to be getting on a freeway right now, northbound 170 freeway. LAPD right behind them right there. They obviously don't want this guy to crash. They don't want to cause any injury to any other persons, even that suspect. Their safety, that suspect's safety is something that these guys are thinking about. Look at that, going over a center medium to get away from those officers. Now, this vehicle, possibly a Mitsubishi, it could also be an all-wheel drive vehicle this evening, moving so very quickly out here on the 5. Looks like we're going to be getting off the freeway. There goes the rest of that wheel. That wheel is totally gone now, so now he's basically on the hub. So he's running on that hub, starting to throw some really good sparks. We're exiting on Osborne. This is kind of where we picked it up this evening. So 5 freeway, Osborne. You can see a lot of sparks coming out of the back of that car. Kind of wondering how long this vehicle is going to be keeping up this race.
You know, Stu, that was the first time we saw him hop on the freeway this entire chase since we picked it up. He was on surface streets, going pretty fast on Sherman Way and some of the other major thoroughfares through the valley. But maybe hopping on the freeway might have done him in, because he went ahead and just shredded the rest of that rim he was riding on that rear passenger wheel. And with the high speeds he took it to on the freeway, that may have been it for him. So this may hopefully be the beginning of the end of this chase before he hurts someone.
Yeah, you know the vehicle has got to certainly slow down as you see the sparks flying. Yeah. He's not going as fast as he was earlier. A lot of friction there. But let's bring up to speed where we are exactly and where this came from. This is a live look at a police pursuit, LAPD in pursuit of a DUI suspect here on KCAL 9. We believe this started in the Pacoima area, Panorama City as well, Van Nuys, North Hollywood, and now in Sun Valley. And we do understand that this suspect may be armed. Let's go back upstairs to Sky 9 and Stu Mundell with the latest.
Well, this car is grinding itself to almost a complete stop out here. Coming up on San Fernando right now. We've been on Osborne, so basically just making his way back to where he came from. Wrong side of the road there, just for a moment or two. Take a look at those sparks coming out of the back of these vehicles. We've seen some of these pursuits in the past where we saw sparks coming out of a vehicle. This is speechless right now. That rear wheel totally has come apart. That hub is stopped. That tire is not moving. Basically just running on the rim, or running on the axle right now on that rear wheel of this car. Some sort of Mitsubishi. I'm not sure exactly the make or model of this car, but definitely just dragging that rear end as he's trying to keep away from officers this evening. You know, they were saying that this person, possibly DUI suspect. So, you know, vehicles impaired, drivers impaired, yet thank goodness we have seen only one minor collision this evening.
Okay, well, I just want to bring up to speed what we've been following here. This police pursuit of a DUI suspect, possibly armed, and we understand that this started in Pacoima. It's gone through Sun Valley, Panorama City, Van Nuys, North Hollywood, Lakeview Terrace, Tahunga as well. This is an individual behind the wheel that's gone over medians, gone through parking lots. You take a look there on the left. That was a live picture. On the right, that's earlier tonight through surface streets. Also on highways as well, going the wrong way, going, as you see there, in close alleys, in through parking lots where he actually struck a bicyclist in the back. That's right there where that bicyclist barely got out of the way. Looks like it struck the back wheel of that cyclist as he was going through a parking lot. And this person has been driving this two-door Mitsubishi sports car, looks like, with just 3 tires, and the right rear is down to the rim, Elsa. And
he's been managing to keep this pursuit going on surface streets and on the freeway at speeds of from 50, 60, 70 to 75 miles per hour. Stu is able to gauge how fast he's going as he keeps up with him in our helicopter up above, too. But again, the stakes are pretty high in this particular chase. Possibly armed, possibly under the influence, heavily damaged car. And I'm hoping that maybe this time that he's hopped on the freeway, that this
chasing this dangerous suspect. Look at this, passing big rig trucks out here. I don't have a speed right now, but you know he's going faster than freeway speeds. Disabled vehicle. That rear wheel, that passenger rear wheel right there, that hub not even turning anymore. The rim was gone earlier on when we were in the Pacoima area. He was on the 210 freeway doing about 80 miles an hour. We got off at an off-ramp just past the 2 freeway. He turned around. Now we're going westbound on the 210. LAPD behind him and in the air. They've been watching and following the suspect the entire time. DUI, you know, you just think that maybe this guy would try to come to his senses. Maybe it would kind of wear off and he just stopped. Right now, though, he just continues on as his pursuit eludes the officers for moments. But you know, in the end, they're going to get this guy. Yeah. And the sparks are even starting to slow down. So whatever was grinding on that car is starting to is almost gone. Driving over speed bumps right now. We're going to be definitely into the Tahunga area. If we're not in the Tahunga Canyon area, definitely into Tahunga. But we're just working our way through these neighborhoods. You can see it's very tight, even for that car. And you can see that the officers get these opportunities. They get very close to that car, but they're still giving that person at least enough room to make his own decisions. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's it. That's, oh, that's it. That's it. Oh, no! He's trying to get through. That truck not letting him go. That truck not letting him go through there. A very dangerous situation for sure. That guy, Bo! then that's a dangerous situation as well. Using that vehicle as definitely, you know, he knows what's going to happen out here. Officers from LAPD, they've got their weapons out. I do not see any less than lethal. If that driver continues to hit those vehicles, the officers' vehicles, this could end very, very badly. Right now, though, you can see him turning the wheel, trying to do something. The helicopter that just passed LAPD officers, weapons out, and numbers of officers now getting around that vehicle. That car, apparently not off, as I understand it, has not stalled out, and that driver still trying to get away. Very dangerous situation for those officers and that suspect right now. Well, Paul, you know, he got out of his way. He got out of the office. He got out of harm's way. That's for sure. Definitely helped the officers. Don't know if he did that intentionally. I know for a fact I wouldn't be that willing to sacrifice my truck for a situation like this. But at any rate, it did bring this to an end right now. Officers, though, it is not over by any means. Officers taking this extremely seriously. Weapons out. I don't see any less than lethal out. So this guy still in that car, as I understand it. Right now, he's starting to submit. We see at least a hand coming out the window. Yep, and yeah, definitely, you know, he's following commands, or he's done this before, not really clear. But right now, though, he's walking towards the officers. He's got his hands out. He's doing the prone position. Officers from LAPD, you do see some less than lethal now out there. I saw some green handles. Now he's getting down there on the ground. Hopefully, we'll be seeing those cuffs go on this person, and this pursuit, long going for sure, coming to an end out here, Tujunga area. And you're right, a civilian may have sacrificed his vehicle trying to bring this to an end. LAPD officers, though, doing a great job keeping up with this car this evening. And, you know, I got to wonder if that bicyclist is okay. I'm sure he got the scare of his life this evening, earlier this, when he had a... Well, thank you, guys.
Are with suspects inside, and somehow those suspects are involved in a homicide case. Again, this is a chase in the city of Miami. The signal from Chopper 4 went out there for a moment, but we got it back. The chase is in the city of Miami, northwest 32nd Street and 14th Avenue. You can see the Miami police car right behind.
This is a 7 News special report.
Good afternoon. This is Alex DePrato live in the 7 Newsplex 7 Skyforce over a police chase that's underway right now in the city of Miami. Police are pursuing this red Mercury. As you can see, plenty of police officers behind this vehicle right now in the city of Miami. At last check, we got a report that this was 34th and 14th Avenue there in the city of Miami. We are going to keep 7 Skyforce there over this scene. As you can see, this is going at a very high rate of speed on the streets of Miami. It's unclear exactly why they are pursuing this vehicle. The 7 News desk has several calls into both police in Miami and also the Miami-Dade Police Department to figure out why they're pursuing this vehicle, but no doubt a very tense situation on the streets of Miami at this hour as there is this police pursuit that is underway. This is going north at this hour at 62nd Street and 14th Avenue there in the city of Miami. Residential streets, a very tense situation there as police pursue this vehicle. You can see it's the red vehicle. 7 Sky Force is trained here on this vehicle, and the driver is not stopping, going through red lights into oncoming traffic, it appears at this time. A very dangerous situation. Another update on the area he's at. This is 72nd Street and 17th Avenue in the city of Miami. As you can see, he's going through appears to be possible a driver, man or woman, going through the intersection. They are passing a county bus, a cruiser. They are hot on his trail, now making a left. Again, this is in the area of 72nd Street and 17th Avenue there in the city of Miami. Going on to residential streets now as this pursuit continues. Again, we don't know why the pursuit is underway, why police are following this driver, male or female. We don't know at this hour, but they are hot on the trail of this person. The 7 News Desk has several calls out to try to figure this one out, but again, this is a red Mercury that police are pursuing in the area of 81st Street now and 18th Avenue. The driver does not stop, and as you can see, there is a cruiser close on his tail, now turning right. That's a City of Miami police officer right behind him, making a right here. This, again, is in the area of 81st Terrace and 18th Avenue. 7 Sky Force will continue to be on this scene as this man weaves through traffic in the city of Miami, trying to elude police. As you can see, another officer just came in there trying to stop him, but he is speeding up, it appears. This, again, is now at 22nd Avenue, northbound in the area of the city of Miami. High rates of speed on these residential and side streets as this man or woman, the driver, passes all vehicles near him. 7 Sky Force is going to continue to train on these on this picture, and as we monitor and what he does next. Again, this is 22nd Avenue and Bird Road, now at 92nd Street and 22nd Avenue in northwest Miami-Dade. Now moving from the city of Miami to northwest Miami-Dade. As you can see, at least 3 units are behind this vehicle at this hour, trying to get him to stop. Hasn't, and this is high rates of speed. There's a school bus on the other side of the road there as this driver, man or woman, blows through red lights, stop signs at a high rate of speed. Again, both the city of Miami and it appears now northwest Miami-Dade police are pursuing this vehicle. Doesn't appear to stop there as he makes a right-hand turn as this chase continues across South Florida. Again, the latest information we have now is 103rd Street going eastbound at 103rd Street in northwest Miami-Dade. So he appears to go eastbound, possibly towards I-95 at this time, but still on these side streets, and 103rd Street is the area he's at right now. High rates of speed, lots of traffic, and we'll see what he does here. Goes through this intersection, doesn't stop, makes a left there, and we'll get an update on what street he's on now. But this continues here on the streets of South Florida at this hour. A high-speed chase across South Florida, northwest Miami-Dade. The latest information, he's at 17th Avenue and 103rd Street now. So this pursuit continues. At least 3 units behind him, both Miami-Dade police as well as the city of Miami, blowing through that intersection right there. Again, this is a red Mercury. We don't know why police are chasing the vehicle at this time. We have those calls in to the 7 News Desk. They're trying to figure that out. Again, the latest information, 17th Avenue and 103rd Street. The front right tire is low on the suspect car. That's the information that the 7 News Desk has just received. Now making a right, blowing through intersections and not stopping. As you can see here, he goes through a highway. He's going through on a high rate of speed. Now he's on 119th Street going eastbound. Eastbound, 119th Street in the center lane there. Police hot on his trail. at times when we've done these stories before, police, and going onto the sidewalk there, a police officer then trying to stop in front of him, the driver then getting back into the lanes of traffic, now going through another intersection there. This is 119th Street going eastbound at this hour. Now he's going into a turn lane. It appears he's going to turn, didn't make a U-turn there. Trying to make a U-turn, now going into a parking lot. This seems to be a dead end, and the driver there just crashed there into a wall, it appears. Police officers now out with their guns surrounding this vehicle. The driver is coming out with his hands up. You can see his hands up there. Police have a dog hot there on his trail. They are ordering him to get out of the vehicle. He appears to have gotten back into the vehicle. Now an officer is there, looked to be trapped. Now he's gotten back into the vehicle. He has gotten back into the vehicle. The dogs are now in the vehicle trying to get this man to stop. An officer there was in, it appeared to be danger as this man backed out trying to get away. This is a very, very tense situation. Again, we remind all our viewers, this is live television at this hour. Anything can unfold. This is live pictures. Again, this man appeared to stop. Now he appears to be getting out of the vehicle. We do not know how he is now out of the vehicle. Police, as you can see, have surrounded him. They are attempting to put him into custody at this hour. Again, they had a dog there in the vehicle at one point, and that is when the driver appeared to get back in the vehicle and reverse. We don't know if he was injured or shot in any of this, but this man is now in custody. It was definitely a tense situation there. This has ended in the area of Northwest Miami-Dade, and the suspect, as you saw there in the live pictures, was backing up and appeared to put officers there in danger. As you can see, there appeared to be at least a dozen officers around this man as this chase comes to an end. Again, live pictures from Northwest Miami-Dade. We still don't know why police were pursuing this man, but as you can see, they appear to be taking him off now. He's behind the tree there. Again, this started in the area of downtown Miami, has wound its way throughout the South Florida streets. It ended at 119th Street and 11th Avenue in North Miami. As you can see, this man now being put in a police car there. Again, this came to an end a short time ago when he crashed into a wall, then got back into the vehicle, and officers then put a dog there into the vehicle, and they were able to get him into custody. Again, this transpired throughout the streets of South Florida. It has ended at 119th Street and 11th Avenue in North Miami. And you watched it all unfold here on 7 News, and you can see just how many officers are here in this area. You can see plenty of the police officers from several agencies from both the city of Miami and Miami-Dade. Again, it was this red Mercury that police were pursuing from the city of downtown Miami. It ended in North Miami. Again, a short time ago, the man is being either taken to jail at this hour or whether he needs to be checked out after being injured by that dog to the police department there. Again, we don't have a reference why police were pursuing the vehicle, but no doubt a tense situation throughout South Florida here in Southwest Miami-Dade. We're going to keep 7 Sky Force there as this situation continues to unfold. Again, this is 119th Street and 11th Avenue in North Miami. We may have some video to show you as this chase ended. If we can cue that up, we'll. Okay, here's the end of the chase. Again, this happened a few minutes ago. This man hits a barricade there. He gets out of the vehicle. You'll be able to see him with his hands there on his in the air, and that is when he gets back in the vehicle. He'll get back in the vehicle as police surround this red Mercury with dogs as well. And here's the incident that put an officer in danger. As the driver backs out, the officer there and the dog have to get out of the way quickly. And there you'll see the dog jump there into the Mercury, and that is when the suspect is taken into custody a short time ago. Again, this ended at 119th Street and 11th Avenue in North Miami. The suspect now is either being taken to the hospital or to jail at this hour. So again, a wild pursuit throughout the streets of South Florida. Plenty of police, both from the city of Miami and Miami-Dade, there on the scene. Following this red Mercury across South Florida, it went from the city of Miami, northwest Miami-Dade, and then ended here in North Miami a short time ago. Again, 119th Street and 11th Avenue in North Miami. The suspect, we are trying to figure out where he is being taken at this time or why police were pursuing him. But the red vehicle there is the one that police were pursuing throughout the streets here in throughout the South Florida streets. You just saw the Miami-Dade police chopper there that was on the scene. And this is from a short time ago. As police were pursuing this vehicle, high rates of speed at time. This man was going through intersections, going at a high rate of speed throughout intersections across South Florida. Police from both Miami and Miami-Dade were hot on his trail. And of course, we have several 7 News reporters going to the end of this situation at 119th Street and 11th Avenue, where this ended. Of course, we will have a full report coming up on 7 News first at 4 throughout the day here. So you'll want to stay with us as we continue, and we're going to send you back to regular programming now. Stay with us for the latest here on 7.
And the wild chase came to an even wilder end just outside a packed restaurant. The Night TV's Alex DePrado is live at that scene in northwest Miami-Dade. Alex?
Well, Craig, tonight it is a club. As you can see, the lights are on. By day, this place is a restaurant. This man came around this corner right here and then went into this alley in an effort to avoid police. He smashed right there into that dumpster. He was wanted for stabbing his girlfriend. The high-speed chase doesn't end until the man makes a wrong turn and slams into a dumpster. Cops, their guns drawn, surround the red Nissan Altima. The man gets out of the car with his hands up, but when an officer with a canine approaches, he gets back in and puts the car in reverse. An officer on the passenger side with another canine has to move quickly to avoid being sandwiched between the car and the parked Jeep. As the driver backs up, he slams into a Miami-Dade police squad car. Officers then send a canine into the car. A second canine moves in, but latches on and bites the leg of the other police dog.
I just hear the crash.
The chase and takedown happened next to Canaquito Restaurant at Northwest 11th Avenue and 119th Street. Patricia Martinez and her 6-month-old daughter were eating on the outdoor patio.
That guy's crazy. That was dangerous.
Another customer ran.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we were on the way. I went inside the bathroom because that's a safety play that I think about.
Police say they used restraint in not opening fire. They identify the suspect as 34-year-old Keith Michelle.
When that subject put that car in reverse, they could have easily shot him. 2
officers were injured and treated after being struck by the vehicle. Despite the bite, police say neither canine was seriously injured. The high-speed chase began in downtown Miami. The Miami police chief released a video statement.
During the course of that pursuit, 2 Miami police officers discharged their firearms at Northeast 1st Avenue and 9th Street. However, no one was struck.
Police say the driver who tried to outrun them was wanted for stabbing his girlfriend in Lauderhill on Thursday night. The man will now have to answer charges for the stabbing as well as the hot pursuit. The victim's girlfriend is in serious condition in the hospital tonight, and we can also tell you the suspect is charged with attempted murder. Other charges for this chase will no doubt be added. We're live in Northwest Miami-Dade. I'm Alex DePrado, 7 News.